Welcome to the Tonic Retreats Vibrant Heart Yoga Flow with me, Pip. I'm going to be guiding you through a 20-minute yoga flow of expansion, strength, finding space throughout the body, using the breath to find calmness. Bring your hands to your heart, connecting to your heart space. Feeling the chest rise and fall through the palms, inhaling and exhaling. And then bring your hands to your thighs. Stretch your hands forward, come into child's pose. Move your fingers as far forward as you can whilst keeping your hips down on your heels and again connecting into the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, we're going to slowly transition into downward facing dog, tucking the toes and lifting the hips high. You start to pedal through the legs, bending through the right leg and then bending through the left. Pressing down through your fingers and relax the head, let the neck be long. And you lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Start to press down through your heels as you slowly move from right to left. I'm going to slowly get some movement and flow through the body, rocking our weight forward into high plank and then push back to downward facing dog, just to open up down through the back of the legs a little more. Inhaling to a high plank and then bend through those knees, push back to downward facing dog. Do it once more, pushing back to a downward facing dog. And then slowly walk your feet forward, pressing through the heels or to the top of the mat, and exhale, folding over the legs. Slight bend through those knees. Gently sway your body from side to side, releasing and relaxing the spine. And then slowly coming all the way up to stand, to Tadasana mountain pose. Turn your palms slightly forward and drop your shoulders down, lifting up through the crown of the head. You're going to inhale, take the arms up, reaching high, extending up towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward, bending the knees, keeping them soft. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, hands to shins, lift through the chest, weight into the toes. Exhaling, folding forward once again. Inhaling, hands to shins, lift through the chest, weight into the toes. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. One more, inhaling, hands to shins, lift through the chest, weight into the toes. And exhale, fold forward once again. Inhaling, stepping the right foot back. Holding it here in a low lunge. Rocking gently forward and back. And then exhaling, take it back to a downward facing dog. I'm going to take the right leg high up into a three-legged dog. And then step the right foot forward between the thumbs. Coming back into the low lunge, lowering the left knee down towards your mat and inhaling, the arms coming up towards the sky or the ceiling as you reach up through your fingers, and exhale, hands down to the mat, get forward, exhale, folding at the top of your mat. Inhaling, hands to shins, lifting through the chest, exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, hands to shins, lift the chest. Parallel to the floor and exhale, forward fold. Go once more, inhaling, hands to shins, lift through the chest, weight into the toes. Exhaling, folding forward. From here, inhaling, looking forward and step the left foot back as far as it will go into the low lunge. And just gentle rock forward and back to open up into the left hip flexor. And rocking forward and back, opening through the legs and exhaling back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, left leg comes high, up towards the sky. Set the left foot forward between the thumbs and slowly lower the right knee down towards the mat. Inhaling, arms coming up overhead, hands in prayer as you reach high. Take a breath here. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Stepping forward to the front of your mat, exhaling, fold. over the legs, keeping those knees soft. And then inhaling, reaching the arms all the way up, hands in prayer overhead. And exhale, thumbs to heart center, coming to stand into Tadasana. Inhaling, lift the right knee and step the right foot back, coming into crescent lunge. Arms up overhead, hands in prayer as you reach high. Bend through that left knee and then exhale, hands down to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. You can pedal the legs as much as you need to open up through the backs of the legs. And the right leg comes high all the way up towards the sky. Right foot steps forward between the thumbs. Inhaling, arms up, crescent lunge on the right side. Reaching that prayer high. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Tadasana. Inhaling, arms high. Exhaling, thumbs to heart center. Lift up your left knee. Step your left foot back as far as you can, coming into crescent lunge. Right side, lifting the arms high, and then exhaling, hands down to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take the left leg high, and then stepping the left foot forward between the thumbs. Inhaling, arms up high, hands in prayer overhead. Once again, crescent lunge. Taking a breath here, thumbs to heart center, and then stepping the right foot forward, exhaling to Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a breath here, inhaling, arms reaching high, stretching all the way up. Exhaling, folding forward, hands down. Inhaling, looking forward, lifting the chest, the right foot back, left foot back, high plank, hold it here. Pushing back to downward facing dog. Right leg comes high, right foot steps forward between the thumbs. Inhaling, arms up overhead into your crescent lunge, hands in prayer. And from here, we're going to bring the right hand down to the back of the left thigh. So stretching all down the left side of the body. The left hand is reaching up and there's a bend in the right knee, pressing down through the right big toe. Exhaling, bringing the left hand down to your mat as we come into a twist and we bring our right arm up towards the sky or the ceiling. And then you're slowly going to lower your left knee down. Take your right hand around to take hold of the left foot as we come into a big twist here, working into our quad stretch. And taking the right shoulder back. So you've still got a bend in that right knee. And if you have any knee pain here, just release the foot when you need to. Unravel, letting go of the back foot. And when you're ready, we're going to take it back to a high plank. Hold it here. And then push back, downward facing dog. Left foot comes high up towards the sky and the left foot steps forward between the thumbs. Inhaling, arms reaching high up towards the sky, bending in that left knee, crescent lunge. Now bringing the left hand down to the back of the right thigh, stretching up with the right hand, extending through fingertips, keeping a bend in that left knee. Taking a lovely stretch all down through that right side, the right hip. Cartwheel the hands down, right hand down to your mat, left hand up towards the ceiling, reaching up towards the sky. And then slowly lower your right knee down and sweep your left hand around to take hold of the right foot. Slowly take the left shoulder back as you open your heart skywards, maybe gazing up too, working into your quad stretch here. If you have any knee pain, let go of the back foot and slowly come out of the pose whenever you need. When you're ready, slowly releasing that back foot, both hands down to the mat, stepping back to a high plank, holding it here for a beat, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high, and the right foot between the thumbs. Inhaling, arms up, crescent lunge. Take a breath here. And then slowly going to open the arms, coming into Virabhadrasana, be warrior two, extending through your fingertips, bending in the right knee, making sure your right knee is tracking over your right ankle, really reaching through those fingertips. But there's a softness across the shoulders, a bit of broadening. We're going to reverse the warrior, bringing the right arm up towards the sky, the left hand down towards the thigh. Now you can look down at the floor at your back foot if looking up is too much a strain on the neck. Cartwheel the hands down to the floor, your mat, step it back to a high plank, and then push back to a downward facing dog, bending through those legs. You're ready, left leg high, and step the left foot forward between your thumbs. Inhaling, arms up to a crescent lunge, nice strong legs there, and then slowly bring your back heel down, opening the arms to your warrior two, Virabhadrasana B, extending through the fingertips and a broadening across the chest. The left knee tracking over the left ankle, and then inhaling, reverse the warrior, right hand down to the thigh, reaching the left arm up. And again, you can look down at the back foot if looking up towards the top hand is a strain on the neck. And then when you're ready, you're going to cartwheel the hands down either side of the front foot, step it back to a high plank, hold it here for a moment, and push back, downward facing dog. Stepping forward to the top of your mat, exhale, forward fold, forehead towards the knees. Inhaling all the way up, hands in prayer above the head. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Take a breath. Inhaling, hands up, reaching high, hands in prayer overhead. And then exhale, bending through the knees if you need, folding forward, hands down to your mat. Inhaling, looking forward, lifting the chest, and stepping your right foot back, left foot back, high plank. Lowering chaturanga, bending at the elbows, and inhale, upward facing dog, thighs are up, chest is forward, and dropping the shoulders down away from your ears. We're going to push back, downward facing dog. So we're now going to move into our back bending sequence, our back bending part of the flow. Take your time with this and rest as much as you need to. If anything feels uncomfortable, rest down. We're going to lower all the way down onto the belly from a high plank. And our first back bend is extended cobra. So keeping the hands down by sides. We're going to lift the chest. The hips are down. So just go where's comfortable for you as you look forward or slightly up. And then exhale, releasing down to your mat. Chin down. We're going to go wider with the hands. Bringing the hands wide and coming up onto fingertips. So you're attentive with your fingertips. And then lift the chest with the elbows coming out slightly to the side. The hips are still down, the thighs are down as the chest is coming forward and you're gazing up, opening through the heart. Exhaling, releasing down to the mat. Coming into locust pose, inhaling, hands reaching back, heart lifts, engage through the glutes, strengthen down through your back body. The feet are lifting. It's almost as if you're flying, and then exhale, releasing down. From here, we're going to press back to child's pose. You feel really nice after that back bending flow. And then when you're ready, we're going to push back to a downward facing dog. Pulling out through the legs. From here, we're going to slowly, when you're ready, take the left foot forward and walk your hands around into a wide straddle. So making sure the toes are either slightly turned in or parallel. We're going to come into a twist. Really great for opening up through the intercostal muscles of the ribs. So you're going to bring your right fingers to your left big toe. And if you can, bring your right forearm down. Bring your right shoulder underneath the left shoulder and turn and twist, gazing up if it was comfortable at the left hand. The left hand is now working its way towards the ceiling. Exhaling, bring your hands back to center. Inhale, lift through the chest. I'm going to take it over to the other side. Left fingers onto your right big toe and extending and reaching high with the right hand. I'm going to bring your left shoulder underneath the right, turning and twisting, and feel that lovely stretch and lengthening down the left side of the body. Keeping the weight into the toes and engaging through the quads as you lift up on your kneecaps. Exhaling, releasing, hands down. And when you're ready, inhaling, hands to hips all the way up. And then come to stand at the front of your mat when you're ready, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, softly through the knees, fold forward. Inhaling, looking forward, lifting through the chest. Step the right foot back, left foot back, high plank, hold it here. Lowering chaturanga, inhaling upward facing dog, heart through, and exhaling downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, take a breath here. And then we're going to step through to seated, coming to sit. Legs straight, coming into Dandasana. Take a breath here. And then inhaling, we're going to come into a twist. It's going to help neutralize through the spine after those back bends. We're bringing the right foot over the left leg. And if you wish, you can bend that left leg back. Coming into our Lord of the Fishes pose, our deep twist. Holding on to the right hip with the left hand, and you're turning your body to look over your right shoulder. Now, you can take a bind here if that's in your practice, if you wish, by threading the left arm underneath the right leg. Otherwise, when you're ready, we're going to exhale, counter twist, coming all the way to the left. Lovely, rounding through the spine. Inhaling, bringing it back to center. And from here, keeping the right leg over the left, we're going to straighten that left leg. We're going to come to half cow pose. We're going to keep the right heel towards the left hip. Now, inhaling, lifting through the chest, exhaling, folding forward. This stretch works really nicely into the hips and the hamstrings. If you are able to take your hands around the foot, do so. Deep breath here, inhaling. Exhaling, maybe looking beyond the toes. And when you're ready, you can release. Exhaling. From here, releasing, bringing both legs straight. And we'll take it onto the other side. Left foot over the right thigh. And the right heel comes back to the left hip. We're going to take a twist once again. And you can start to look over your left shoulder. Now, again, you can take the bind on this side by threading the right arm underneath the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, twisting by moving the heart center to look behind. And allow your gaze to follow. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. And then exhale, slowly release the bind as we come into our lovely hip stretch here. Bringing the left heel to the right hip so that the knees are stacked on one on top of each other. And you're going to exhale forward, bringing your hands around the right foot. Exhaling forward. Don't worry if you can't fold forward. That's not any aim of this pose. It's to be present in your practice, to connect in with your breath, and just go as far as feels comfortable. Inhaling, lift the chest. Exhaling, releasing, and taking both legs straight. When you're ready, we're going to cross at the ankles. Press down through the mat. Pressing through the palms. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, and wiggle the feet under, and then hop back to chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog, and exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, we are going to potentially take an optional inversion. You have a few options here, so whatever feels right for you. I'm making my way into Shisasana headstand. If you wanted to take a shoulder stand, you could do that if that's in your practice, if you're comfortable. If you take headstand and that's in your practice, you can take that. Otherwise, stay resting in child's pose for the next few breaths and allow your forehead to rest on the floor, taking any closing pose, which helps to seal your practice. Always being mindful and slow and steady in your breath, and taking your time. And slowly making your way out of whichever variation you took, whether it was child's pose, as I'm in now, shoulder stand or headstand. Always working in a way that feels right for you. Inhaling, and really slowly walking back over those knees, and then coming to lie down into your Shavasana practice. If you feel you want to take any remaining asanas, just bring your knees into your chest. If you feel like you want any extra twist, then reclining twist is lovely to close the practice. Knees over to the right as the arms are extended. Allowing your breath to completely soften now. Inhaling. Taking it over to the side, knees over to the left, maybe gazing over towards the right hand. This helps to release any tension in the lower back. Taking any final remaining asanas that feel good for you. Help you to close your practice, maybe hugging the knees in. And then completely relaxing down now. Shuffling the shoulders down, letting the feet fall out to the side, turning the palms up and taking a deep inhale. And exhale, releasing. Allow your body to completely rest down to the floor. Tune back into the heart. Bring your hands to your heart space. And feeling the connection as we started our practice. Maybe the beating of the heart into the palms. Connection to your vibrant heart space. And then slowly bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Namaste. Thank you.